what that does is it takes the extra hour and a half from that 4th week and we add it on to the 3 weeks. So you're not missing any class. So that way you still get your July 4th off. You still get the end. So you get the end of June, beginning of July, end of July.
How do we let you know if we want to do the in-person classes?
I'm automatically going to put you in it.
Got it.
So
Okay.
for so it's mostly for like, there are a couple people who have joined this month who don't live in Arizona, so they can't do the in-person classes. So, but for everybody else, I would expect that you guys would want to be in the in-person class if you can, obviously.
But it's totally, again, up to you. So if like if you want to stay more cautious and you want to stay at home and you want to whatever, the program is continuing in this format as well. So, you just need to let us know and we'll put you in the appropriate thing. We're going to assume right now it's all in person, but if you don't, just tell us and we'll adapt for you.
Yeah, because I know Matt Morales, he's not here. You're in Flagstaff, aren't you?
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's in Flagstaff. So something like that would probably work better for him. Yes, Jada.
If we stay home, do we just like watch the class? Like, is it a live class, but the people are actually there?
It'll actually be the same thing as of right now, right, Brian?
We don't know. So it should be about the same. You'd be watching the class, but all the formatting of it, all the hows are not there yet. So that's it. Just like, and we all remember this, when Matt was getting all this set, we have certain expectations of how we do things to make sure that we're best serving you. So that's what the next 2 weeks here at the studio are dedicated for us as a staff, is we're going to be figuring out all those questions, testing different things. Like, for example, we've never had a class where we had both virtual and people in at the same time. So all these things need to be tested. So as we're testing and figuring them out, we'll give you guys information as we have it, but we were not going to not have class. And if you see the post on our Instagram, Matt just worded it very well. It is to serve. I mean, there are so many of us who we're in a place where we can do it now. Like, we should. He made a joke in there about me with my autoimmune disease. Like, I'm especially cautious. I have to be super cautious. He sent me this thing about washing your hands. Like, I have an autoimmune disorder, so I got to watch out for stuff. But I'm not going to let all these things pass me by because of that purpose. Now, if I had to, then I'd arrange it and figure it out. But right now, we're figuring out all that with you. And so as soon as we know details, they'll be dropped slowly as we figure them out. All we know is we're doing it.
We doing it, baby.
We're doing it, Jada.
That's what I like to hear.
Do you guys know how many people you're going to have in each in-person class? I'm just curious. Have you figured that out yet?
I feel like that. No, I haven't. So that's right in the same deal. So all of it is, we're going to figure out chairs. Like, it's in the post, but making sure everything's safe, we have to lay everything out in a format that we know is that case, and we'll be dropping those details as we go.
We're all going to be out in the parking lot. You're going to let us in like 2x2.
100%.
Yes.
100%.
There we go. We each get a parking space.
2x2. Very biblical. I love it, Scotty. Yeah.
There we go.
We've done parking lot classes before, actually.
Yeah.
We have.
Wow.
100%.
We
Like
have
warm ups.
You need to use your diction in those classes because it is hard.
That's an
And
inside
your
joke.
sweat rag, right? Yeah, it's going to be really, really nice and warm.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
There we go.
All right. Do you have anything else, Shay, for them?
I do not. Brianna, do you have a question?
Yeah, so just to make sure we're still carrying on with the movies and everything, like the Bollywood, or?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you can enter any age, right?
If you absolutely. Typically it's going to be more so, it'll be younger teenagers, and well, it'll be like teenagers and younger kids, so it's up to you. But it's an excellent fun time. So if you want to talk to me about that, I'd be happy to give you more information on that too.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thought it was gonna be so dope.
So dope. All right, raise your hand if you rehearsed with your partner this week. Any non-hand? It looks like we're all up. Hey, I am impressed.
Are you for real? That's so great.
Wow,
Isn't that one of your lines?
wow, just. I'm not a big Button fan, but wow. You guys, I'm super excited for that, super impressed, and I can't wait to just get going. So Shay's going to be bringing you in 2 at a time, and we'll just be doing our scenes. Apply all the stuff you've been rehearsing. Apply the stuff with the blocking, the different angles. If you weren't here last week, we just practiced different angles. It'll be different for each scene. So I'm going to coach into each scene depending on where you are, and we'll just rock and roll. So Shay's going to start sending you.
Do you know what order we're going to be in?
The order, I have it over here. Yeah, is there a specific thing you need?
I was just trying to figure out everybody. I mean, it helps me out to know, be prepped. Can you just go through a quick run?
Yeah, I can go through quick.
Doing what?
So what we have here is Joey and Jada, then Carol and Matt. That's you. And then we have Monica and Brianna. We have Emily and Scotty. We have Amanda and Jack, Jemima and Olivia, Eliana and Alicia, Saya and Ian, and then Phoebe and Bibi. So we'll be opening with 2 masterclass scenes and closing with 2 masterclass scenes. Cool? All right, Shay, let's send them out. Let's get Joey and Jada. Go ahead and just get yourselves in the zone. Get yourself set. For everybody, there'll be an applause, and that's how we'll start your scenes.
Who is iPhone? Oh, it's Eliana.
Who is iPhone?
Name, Eliana, but
Who is iPhone?
iPhone? Who is iPhone?
Who is the
iPhone.
Apple
German,
device?
iPhone home. ET phone home. Thank
Who
you.
is this iPhone you speak of?
It's German. Ifun.
Scotty, my blender broke today. It made me real mad.
Ah,
Nice
What's
background,
up?
My
by the way,
blender broke
Scotty.
today, Scotty.
Huh?
My blender.
Nice background.
I know I wanted to match Brian, but I don't think the colors are really working.
It's
as
great,
well.
dude. It looks good. It looks real good.
Alrighty, extra brownie points, right?
Yeah. I was saying my blender broke today. Like,
Oh, I got an extra.
you gotta be kidding me. Wait, Scotty. We'll catch him later.
you sent him out
Shay.
like a real jerk.
Right in the middle of hearing. Scotty is hooking me up by helping me with my health, which is awesome.
sorry guys, I'm going lightning speed.
Oh yeah, there's inside of this app there is just no.
Oh, no one
helping.
is safe. No one is
Nobody.
safe.
Nobody. I'm gonna get rid of me here.
Okay, so first one's up. Why didn't I just keep them in? That's okay. First one's up are gonna be Joey and Jada.
Hey, Joey and Jada. Awesome. Once they get in, we'll start them with a round of applause and get rocking from there. For everybody watching from home, thank you for watching. It's going to be an awesome day. We're going to have just some really great scenes going up, be taking notes from home, and we'll rock and roll. All right, guys, we're going to start.
I got sent out.
Yeah, Shay sent you out.
Oh,
Yeah, you're back now.
okay.
You're back now.
Did I miss something?
No.
Okay, cool.
You,
Just
you
checking.
missed me trying to get a blender from Scotty and Shay taking him away from me. So,
Ah.
All right, you ready?
Sure.
Okay, I'm
Let's
going
do
to
it.
start you off with a round of applause. I don't have a script here with Belle, so what do you want to do for that?
You can hit it. You just said you don't have the script.
Now,
Crap.
do you have it? You can send it really quick, or
Yeah, I can shoot it your way.
Or
Alright.
I can ding it. Up to you.
either way, both of you do it, and the first one who gets into my inbox wins. Ladies and gentlemen watching, let's find out. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I'm just saying I can ding it if that doesn't work.
I was about to say then she wins because her solution is
Ah.
not finding anything.
Cool.
Do you know where the sound effect is?
Yeah,
On the
I'm
panel?
I'm
Cool.
assuming it's
the
labeled
purple
Bell.
one on the bottom. Yeah, it's called Jada Bell.
Jada Bell.
Aw, that'd be a nice middle
My
name.
aunt calls me that.
What is this? All right, all in the
All right, I got it.
you the bell or the script?
Bell. Did you send the script?
I'm about to. So your email?
Yep, Brian. I got my computer right here.
All right, great. I just sent it your way.
Fantastic.
It's in bold letters. All right, let's do this.
1 second. Let me get it pulled up. I'll give you an action.
Bet.
Okay, I am all set.
Wonderful. Excuse me, is this chat taken?
Excuse me?
Is this taken?
Yes, it is.
Oh, sorry.
Sure thing.
Sorry, one more sec.
Excuse me, is this chat taken?
Excuse me?
Is this taken?
No, but I'm expecting somebody in a minute.
Oh, thanks anyway.
Sure thing.
Excuse me, is this chat taken?
No, but I'm expecting somebody very shortly.
Would you mind if I stay until he, she, or it comes?
They do seem to be pretty late.
You never know who you might be turning down.
Sorry. Nice try, though.
Sure thing. Is this chat taken?
No, it's not.
Would you mind if I stay on?
Yes, I would.
Oh. Is this chat taken?
No, it's not.
Would you mind if I stay on?
Okay, good. I'm going to start you over. Okay.
Okay.
It's good. It's good. You guys have been crushing at rehearsal. I know that personally because I happen to be in the other room. And for those who don't know
Every
already,
morning at 5:30.
every morning at 5:30, these guys are rehearsing their master class scene. And first off, I know you've heard it, but that's awesome. I know life can get in the way, but you guys have made a commitment, and you made the time. And I'm very, very impressed by that, and I think everybody can learn from that. So I had to speak on it. Now, that being said, I got some cool coaching things I just want to jump in with. The comedy is still not quite being hit yet. Okay, so Joey, it doesn't feel like it, but you need to go even faster. So is your idea out and back in? Is that the idea?
It's just that it actually isn't that. That was just a playful thing. It's more of just we talked about it in masterclass. For this to hit and for people to get it right away, you have to remember what you did and repeat it on the repeat so that people are like, oh, he went back. That's what the bell does.
Perfect. I loved your playfulness, actually. I really like that choice, okay? It just needs to be even faster. So it's going to feel really weird, but literally you're going to be a freaking Jack in the Box. You should be tired. You should take a drink of water after this because you're tired. Okay?
Noted.
Let's play. Let's see what happens. And I could be totally wrong. We're going to play.
Okay.
Jada, see if you can find at some point a different, sort of, it's maybe a position even or something. I'll wait for that. Let's see how this plays.
Excuse me, is this chat taken?
What would you like to eat for dinner?
1 second.
We can hear Shay.
Shay, I can hear you talking about dinner. Shay. I can't mute her.
Whatever you want.
Shay.
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 Oh my gosh!
How's dinner? Just kidding.
I am so sorry.
It's all good. Don't worry about it. Just teasing.
I am so sorry. Jake, would you like to tell the audience what?
I mean, the audience would at least like to know.
I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay.
Later. That's okay. I had to scroll up anyway. All right. Here we go. And action.
Excuse me? Is this chat taken?
Excuse me?
Is this taken?
Yes, it is.
Oh, sorry.
Sure thing.
Excuse me. Is this chat taken?
Excuse me?
Is this taken?
No, but I'm expecting somebody in a minute.
Oh, thanks anyway.
Sure thing.
Excuse me. Is this chat taken?
No, but I'm expecting somebody very shortly.
Would you mind if I stay until he, she, or it comes?
They do seem to be pretty late.
You never know who you might be turning down.
Sorry. Nice try, though.
Sure thing. Is this chat taken?
No, it's not.
Good. Okay,
Would you
so
mind if
now,
I stay on?
now Joey, now that you've decided there, tell me about you stopped moving. Okay, tell me about that.
I stopped to focus on hitting the line after the bell because it's a little delayed coming through Zoom.
Okay, perfect. Because now the timing of the speaking is right. Okay, so now because that's the case, because we're dealing with that, I want you to new energy every time.
Okay.
So you can stay in that spot. You don't need to physically move as much, but let's energy change, energy change, energy change. Like, and if we go into script analysis here, trying to look up, we go through, you know, excuse me, is this chat taken? Like, I love in the beginning, like really observe and notice her. Like, because here's the deal. If she wasn't a chick you wanted to talk to, you wouldn't say anything. You just move on to the next chat. So I want to see you make that decision. And then as we start going, sure thing, you know, and keep hitting these, excuse me, is this chat taken, should be different than the first time you said, excuse me, is this chat taken?
Okay, cool.
Change.
Let's do
Every
it.
time, change.
Excuse me, is this chat taken?
Excuse me?
Is this chat taken?
Yes, it is.
Oh, sorry.
Sure thing.
Excuse me, is this chat taken?
Excuse me?
Is this chat taken?
No, but I am expecting somebody in a minute.
Oh, thanks anyway.
Sure thing.
Excuse me, is this chat taken?
No, it's not.
Would you mind if I stay until he, she, or it comes?
They do seem to be pretty
Yeah, we missed one there. Let's go back. Now, no, but I'm expecting somebody.
Yeah, I missed. Yeah,
That's okay. Let's go from there. Go from there. Because I want to get forward a little to yours, if I can, Jada.
Okay. No, but I'm expecting somebody very shortly.
Would you mind if I stay until he, she, or it comes?
They do seem to be pretty late.
You never know who you might be turning down.
Sorry, nice try though.
Sure thing. Is this chat taken?
No, it's not.
Would you mind if I stay on?
Yes, I would.
Oh. Is this chat taken?
No, it's not.
Would you mind if I stay on?
No, go ahead.
Thanks. Everyone else seems to be taken.
Mm-hmm.
Great day.
Mm-hmm.
What's the book?
I just wanted to read in quiet, if you don't mind.
No, sure thing. Everyone else seems to be taken.
Mm-hmm.
Great day for reading.
Yes, I agree.
What's the book?
The Sound and the Fury.
Oh, Hemingway.
Okay, good. Jada. So when you say, yes, I agree, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want you to jump right back to the book.
Okay.
And here's why. So in this moment here, the first one right before that, obviously you don't like him. Obviously. Right? Then you kind of do for a second, and then it's going to change.
Okay.
So we'll go into the line. Let's go from just speaking it. Let's go from and then great day for reading.
Okay.
So Joe, give me that
That's her.
Oh, sorry. Give me that to Joey.
Mm-hmm.
Great day for reading.
Yes, I agree.
You notice that he's
What's the
handsome.
book?
Yeah, you notice that he's handsome. You can show him the book.
The Sound and the Fury.
Oh, Hemingway.
So then there's
What's the
disappointment. You feel that? So we're watching. Here's what it should feel like. Oh, this is gonna work. This is gonna nope. This is gonna work. This nope. Oh, this is gonna yes. Nope. Like it's you guys are taking us on this journey that is life. I mean, anyone who's ever gone dating knows that this is the case. Like you go on some date, like sometimes you get to third date and you're like, ah, crap. Like some things pop up and you're like, that's not going to work for me. So what you're showing is that part of life just really fast and how every little moment matters. And so we have to watch your curiosity, Jada, as you are interested, and then he blows it. Mm-hmm. So like, just straight up example. I'll use my life. I was at Paradise Juice the other day, and there was this cute girl standing there. I was like, cool, you know? And so I just like said hi, and it was clear that she did not want to talk to me. So I was like, cool. Like, but if you're really listening, you can notice if someone is interested or not interested. Like it's pretty dang easy if you're really paying attention to see if somebody's, and even beyond interested, if they want to talk or don't want to talk, if they want to engage or don't want to engage. Like, have you been in a conversation where you could feel the other person wanted to just be out of the room or go somewhere else?
Yes.
How do you know?
Yeah.
Because they're not all the way present.
Yeah, and you can feel that. So I want her to start to realize, he says it's a nice day for reading. What's that mean? Script analysis. Oh, you like reading too. That's cool. Bucket list, like checklist, that's on there. For you. Bucket list, right. Checklist, it's on there for you. So I want you guys in your next couple rehearsals to do some deep script analysis together. Because that's what's missing. I think that's where that flair is missing that you guys have been trying to find. Deep script analysis to find, like in the beginning, Joey, you found some fun moments there. Every time you come in, it's got to be different, but different why? Did it work or did it not work? What kind of character am I playing? There's 10 different why characters that I would not want to end up with, me personally, Brian. Like there are 10 different types of girls that I'd be like, nope. And there are a few that fit specific categories that would eventually go down to one, right? But somebody might have a couple interests that I have, and I'm like, oh, cool, we share a couple interests. Then we get to know each other, and I find out she's not a Christian. I'm like, sorry, that's not going to work for me and what I do. You do what you do, but in my life, that's not going to work. So you hear reading, and you go, oh. Then he says the wrong author. And it's like, nope. Does that make sense?
We did, we went through and wrote down why all the bells happen. Like, for example, he would say something that I didn't like, or that's just an example. Are you talking more about like why we say each line?
Yes, even deeper, because when do you start to gain interest? When do you lose interest? Because the bell is the final ending of that, right? And what is it about it? So what for you, and I think this is what got missed, it was books. He says books, and you're like, oh, books, I love books. Mm-hmm. And that's why later when he goes like, when you Woody Allen, you know, and you're like, oh, you like Woody Allen? And it's like, yeah, but not the beginning ones. Oh. Like we see you get excited and then get let down. Get excited and get let down. And we see both of your characters do that back and forth until you find the perfect match with each other. But if we don't see you get excited and let down, the comedy doesn't exist. Mm-hmm. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Good job, guys.
Thanks, Bri.
You're welcome. Yeah, I'm humming. That's the thing.
Alrighty. Next up, we have Matt Morales and Carol Bennett.
Hello, Matt.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, I'm so psyched.
Okay, turn.
So I haven't
doing these, Carol.
Yep, I don't know why my phone does that. It just goes back. Okay.
Excellent. You're rectangular.
Okay.
There we
Let
go.
me see if I'm set up in this scene the right way. I think so. Let's see. Alrighty.
Okay. So I'll give you a little applause here. And for you guys, I haven't gotten to see this scene in a while, so I'm psyched to see it. I'm going to probably just watch it to the end unless I see something I really want to pull out so that I can see it. Okay?
Okay, so just to let you know, Brian, we rehearsed hard the first 2.5 pages to do that well, rather than trying to do
Let's
the
do
whole
that
scene
then. Let's do
badly.
that. We do the 2.5 then. So I don't know where the end point is, so you call it for me then.
You'll know.
Okay. Oh, all right. My man, he's like, you'll know. Okay. Here we go.
It's okay. I know how you feel.
You do?
It was a lousy day for me too. Big Star came in an hour and a half late. We all had to work overtime. Sorry if I spoiled the dinner.
You didn't spoil anything.
I did. I came late. Chicken was a little dry. I'm sorry.
It was time for 8 o'clock. I mean, the kid made a chicken, baked potatoes, sour cream, chives, 2 vegetables, and a chocolate mousse. The least you could have done was call.
There were 20 grips trying to get to the phone. I thought I'd make better time on the freeway.
She even made this beautiful little menu. Potatoes, germaine, peas a la Libby. All the artwork she did herself. She drew this little chef's hat, and she watercolored little bunnies around the edges.
It's gorgeous. I don't know what else to say.
Would you leave her a note? Would you tell her dinner was fantastic?
I'll tell her tonight. When is she coming home?
I don't know. She's been out there 3 or 4 nights this week. I don't know where she is or what she's doing. What is it now? 12:30? Don't you think that's kind of late?
Nope. I think it's kind of wonderful. Welcome to the world of worried parents. How does it feel, Herb?
I don't like it.
Being a parent or being worried?
Do I get a choice?
Nope. It's a package deal. To love someone is to be scared every minute of your life.
In 2 years with you, this is the first time I've been preoccupied in bed. It's very hard to keep stimulated while you're listening for a car to drive up.
For your information, that was one of the nicest times we've had together.
Well, you're weird. I like my sex without distractions. I would call someplace, but I don't know where to call.
Interesting how worked up you're getting over a perfect stranger.
Stranger? What do you mean? She's my daughter.
Well, she's been your daughter for 16 years, but you need a telescope to notice.
I didn't know what she was like. She wasn't real to me. I didn't think she even liked me. I thought she hated me. I didn't think she wanted to speak to me. Life, well, I've lived all my life, all these years, and I don't know a goddamn thing about life.
How come you only have 2 trees?
What?
You've got a lemon tree and an orange tree. You've got room for a few more. You've got one you don't pay any attention to. It's dying. I was wondering why you just had 2 trees.
I don't know what the hell you're... Oh, Jesus, don't give me that. I gave up 2 kids and so I grow 2 trees. So if I left 16 kids, I've had Yosemite National Park back here, right? I don't think we should see each other anymore, Steffi. I'm not sure it's healthy to be having sex with your analyst.
Don't look at me like that. I just raised the questions, not the trees.
And
scene. Hey. Okay, so fill me in. I know the play sort of, but honestly it's been a bit for me. So fill me in on this specific scene. I know him from the other scene, know that one really well. So give me a little synopsis of what's going on here.
Okay, so Herb is a father who's being a father for the first time because his daughter has just walked through the door a couple days ago, and he hasn't met her in 16 years. She's lived in New York. And now, as he's always had the ability to live footloose and fancy-free, now he's suddenly caring about more than just his girlfriend. He's caring about his daughter now, too. And as this scene progresses, we start to see him sort of become less concerned about Carol, even though he's still in love with her, she's pushing his buttons a little bit, and she's also having fun with him. So it's very sitcomish, Brian, and so that's kind of how we took it.
Okay.
And then, Brian, I'd like to say that I ordered my book last week. It's coming Thursday. So all I know is this one little scene. I couldn't find it online. And I ultimately want Herb to move in with me. So even though he's got this obsession with his daughter right now, I might find it a little frustrating. I'm still kind of amused by it. And my ultimate goal is I want him to move in with me and to bring our relationship to a higher level.
Gotcha. Okay, great. So I'll speak on a couple of those things. Number one, way to go with the blocking that you guys worked. So it's very clear to me that you took the lesson from last week and started to find some creative ways to move around. So even like a great example for the audience watching online is the tree example. So when you went to open the window and then Matt, you came in close to the camera, like you were trying to see exactly what she was seeing. And so that helped us visualize you looking at the same thing, you looking out at those trees, little things like that. Carol, in the beginning, when you were looking into the mirror, that was so great. A slight adjustment there. If you move the mirror a little teeny bit to the right, teeny bit, you'd be able to see wherever you were planted. Seeing you in the mirror at the same time is awesome. Like if we could see you looking at you, it'd be so cool. And that's a shot you'll sort of have to really block. You might even have to put like an X on the ground or something. But blocking wise, it's very clear you guys did the work. So tell me about that work. Did you guys like practice it different spots? Did you set the phone down? Like, tell me about that.
Absolutely.
Go first, Carol.
Oh, no, absolutely. We spent time blocking it, and he would watch me deliver my lines, and I would go through what I thought I'd like to do, and vice versa, and give each other feedback on that. And things changed, and evolved over the week. So it was something where we worked hard on it. And I tried to kind of look vulnerable, turn the camera down on me when he was saying, show me the menu and talk about all the work his daughter did for this dinner. And I was kind of feeling bad. So that's why I kind of did that with the camera. And then I felt a little more empowered when I was talking about being a parent, because I'm already a parent. I've got 2 children. So that's why I did it like this. So I was trying to do what we learned.
Totally noticed. Did you notice that, Matt?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. If you're talking to me, Matt, yes.
Yeah.
And the feeling of, even in the beginning, we were talking about subconscious, the audience looking at her, and I'm watching her from the beginning, and I'm like, man, that is just a beautiful woman, and I'm taking her in, and I was hoping that the audience would feel that too. Like, I'm really listening to her, and I hope it came across that way. But I don't know. I would like your feedback.
Definitely. I definitely felt that through the angles. I felt that those were, and that's the point of these, they were highlighting your emotions throughout. They were highlighting different ideas that you each had as a character. So really quickly, because we don't really have too much time here, at the very beginning, what's going on in his head?
Oh, he's frantically hoping that his daughter would come home, and he's disturbed he's angry because in his head, because Carol came home late.
Okay, good. So let's go from just the first couple lines. I want to work a moment, and then we'll move to the next scene, okay? And as far as like continuing, just keep working some of those blocking moments and things, because they're working. They're totally working. And Carol, if you want, while you're waiting, have him send you the script if he hasn't already, the scene via phone. Just take pictures of it.
Yeah, no, I have just our scene, but I want to read the whole book.
Okay,
So.
of course. Okay, great, cool. Let's get in it. We'll just work the first few moments. I'll cut you when it's time.
Okay. So I say to him, "It's okay. I know how you feel."
You do?
Oh, we're doing it.
Yeah, let's start it out.
Oh, okay. We're actually acting it.
Yeah, we're really acting it. I only have a few minutes, but I want to quickly work a moment in the beginning.
Okay. It's okay. I know how you feel.
You do?
Yeah.
Good. So that's what's not working yet. Okay. So keep feeling what you're feeling. Do you like Matthew or Matt?
Matt.
Okay. So Matt, start moving around a little. Get back into your space, out the window. I love that. Carol, I need you to notice him.
Okay.
Really notice before you say that line.
That it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
The first line.
Yeah, because if you're going to say it's okay to someone, you have to notice something's off.
Yeah, it's okay.
Even less. Slow down. Slow down. Look at him. Notice him. Really see it. You got to think as a character, as a person, what am I going to say to him? How am I going to make him feel better?
Yeah. It's okay. I know how you feel.
You do?
I had a lousy day too. Big Star came in an hour and a half late. We all had to work overtime. Sorry if I spoiled the dinner.
You didn't spoil anything.
I did. I came in late. The chicken was a little dry. I'm sorry.
It was timed for 8 o'clock. I mean, the kid makes a chicken, baked potatoes, sour cream, chives, two vegetables, and a chocolate mousse. The least you could have done was call.
There were 20 grips trying to get at the phone. I thought I'd make better time on the freeway.
Okay, good. So now, Matt, with you there, through that line, you were giving her like all of your attention. What are you really thinking about? You're thinking about your daughter, and you're frustrated, right?
Yeah.
When we're frustrated, we don't stare, for the most part.
Okay.
So I like you coming to her for a second, and then go away, keep doing, whether it's window or whatever, and just like thinking and moving, and you can come back when it's right to come back, right?
Okay.
Just work this last moment. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Run it?
Yep.
Okay. I'll run it for my line. It was timed for 8 o'clock. I mean, the kid makes a chicken, baked potatoes, sour cream, chives, 2 vegetables, and a chocolate mousse. The least you could have done was call.
Good. Stay there. Least you could have done is call, and I'll close on this. Wait for the response.
Okay.
Go, Carol.
Okay. There were 20 grips trying to get at the phone. I thought I'd make better time on the freeway.
How does that make you feel? Yes, and now you go away. Okay.
She even made this beautiful little menu.
Okay, good. So see, this is how this works, and I got to move to the next scene. But we have to remember affect and be affected. Affect and be affected. So when you go and you deliver the end of that line and are expecting a response, your hope is that she's just apologizes. Honestly, genuinely, I screwed up.
Yeah.
What do you get? Excuse central. Which would then make you upset and give you another reason to move, give you another reason to go grab. Now you go grab that thing and go show her, like, because it made you mad. Like, it's all about really listening. And Carol, same thing. Like, slow down way more and really listen to whether or not, because you do want him to live with you so bad. Is what I'm saying hitting, landing, or not? Okay?
Okay. And Brian, real quick too, not today, but we need to find the beats with regard to the comedy in this. So
yes.
That's what our goal is in here too, because it's there. We're so close to pulling it out too.
Yes.
The comedy though it's natural comedy, Neil Simon way.
So here's my thought on that. Okay, if you can find the truth first, then it's really easy to sprinkle in the comedy.
Okay.
So
I agree.
now,
I'm with you.
Yeah. So now the way when you watch it back, look at those moments, see those moments, and you'll see a huge, massive difference just by the fact that you guys are really listening, really moving. And then you go, all right, let's get it to this. Let's say 2.5 pages that's where we're going to work. Let's get it to there where it's that free, where it's that honest. And then you go and perform it that way. Then I go, boom. Then I throw in the bell and I have you move the way I had Joey move.
Okay.
Right? Okay. Good job,
So
guys.
should we continue on the same pages?
Yes, keep going. I wouldn't go past that for now until we've got that really down. Honestly, I would. You should start working them, start looking at it, start memorizing and getting after that. But like, let's really work this part so you can find some of the comedy and can find some of these things.
Got it.
All right. Good work, guys.
Thank you, Brian.
Woo, thanks
Thanks,
you guys. Whoa. All right, we're moving into our ambiguous scenes. And I believe first up we have Monica and Brianna. Is that right, Shay?
Thank you. And just to let you know, Brian, I just spoke with Monica and Brianna, and they would like to work on their scene from Proof starting next week.
Okay, fantastic.
So tonight they're going to work on their ambiguous scene, and then next week they're going to come in ready to do proof.
I love that. I love that.
Yes.
So I will coach some moments that I know will help that, and let's do it.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. Also, Brian, I have a question.
Yes.
Before we start, since we're doing proof next week, I was just wondering, with a big character such as Catherine, how do I portray her? Well, how do I go like very simple? Because I know she's very complex and crazy, but I feel like when I did the research, it was just got very convoluted. Do you have any suggestion that makes it like simple in a way I can make it still relatable?
I do. This is going to sound so simple, okay? But it's true. Crazy people don't know they're crazy.
Okay.
So don't try to play her crazy. Don't try to play this nuts character. What you're going to do first, and this is the same thing I said in the last scene about the comedy, you've got to find the truth of her first. And the truth in the core of that scene is this idea of your sister relationship and her wanting to stay in this house, right? And what all that means to her and her father and what that means. Connect to that as a human being, as someone who loves their father and loves this place where they've grown up, and all the other pieces we get to build on top of it. Okay?
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Very helpful.
Of course, absolutely. I'm excited to see that. You guys are going to be great. It's going to be awesome.
Thank you.
Okay, you guys can start whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Well, shit.
Yeah. What are we supposed to do?
I don't know. You're the one with all the ideas.
I don't have ideas. I have epiphanies.
Got any now that might be useful?
None that come to mind. No.
Excellent.
I mean, should you go first or should I?
You should go first, and then I'll go.
Is that the best plan you could come up with?
At the current moment, yes.
You are something else.
What's that supposed to mean?
You know what it means.
We really did it with this one, didn't we?
Yep.
All right. You go first.
What? I am not going first. You go first.
You said you would. You said you would go, and then I would go. Remember?
Forgive me for not jumping aboard your completely half-baked idea.
All right. Okay. Hey, we're in this together. No matter what.
You go down, I go down.
Okay, you go down first, and then I'll go down after, just like we planned.
That is not what we planned.
All right, we're getting off track.
Okay. You grab one side, and I'll grab the other.
Okay. Scene.
All right.
Woo!
Good work. Okay, so I'm because we're not working this one, I'm going to give you some moments that I know are going to help with what you're going to do. Okay?
Yes.
So, good work. So, Monica, starting off with you, okay? You had a lot of really great movement, okay? Really great movement to this side of the room, that side of the room. I loved it. A lot of it felt very natural. Part of it felt like you moved because you knew you had to.
Yeah.
Because you knew
there was one specific moment where I was like, that was too early.
Yeah, and honestly, there's when you go to block out some of this, and this will be for your blocking for proof. Everything has to be purposeful. You have a lot of options, and then be open to different things. So you getting up is a line. If in the middle of this class, I was just like, "That's really good. I appreciate what you did."
That
would be odd.
Huh? Sorry, I just needed a snack real quick.
Yeah. That would be odd.
It'd be odd, sure, in this class setting, but it speaks. It says something. Like, there are people who just get mad and they're like, well, fuck this. And they'll like get up and they'll leave, right? Like there's just a like get me out of here setting. So every movement you have should, and this came from the last scene, should emphasize your lines, should build upon your lines, should do something with that. Okay? So I want you to look into some of that, specifically towards the end there when you go like, perfect. You guys both agreed, right? We both say yes, and then you're like, all right, well, just like we agreed then, you'll go first, I'll go second. Sounds good. Like, you're like getting out of there. Then she gives her line, okay? And I'll just kind of move this way, right? Brianna, give your line after that. Okay, so I'm like, okay, so you'll go first, just like we discussed. And then
that is not what we planned.
Okay, you'll start to leave before that happens. All right, I'll go first, or you'll go first, and then me, just like we planned, right?
That is not what we planned.
That is what we planned. Totally, 100%. It is the thing. So you come back because she made you come back, or you just keep doing your thing and then come back when you need to. It may not be right in that first moment, but that's a great example of that. Like, I actually like that choice of you leaving. You don't necessarily have to turn around right away. You don't necessarily have to just like make that decision, okay? And then Brianna, are we in the same house?
Yeah, we're in the same house. We just wanted to give that effect.
No, this is great. I absolutely love that. For proof, I would recommend figuring out a blocking thing because you have this advantage to literally put yourself in the same spot. Put all that together and test it. Because for some reason, that's why I asked. Brianna, yours is lagging a little bit and yours isn't.
Yeah,
Monica.
for some reason. It's in here.
So this week, that should be part of the test. So and you may go, oh yeah, FaceTime, I tested that and it didn't work, right? Is that the case? Like it worked fine, I mean. Yeah. Like, oh, we did FaceTime.
We also talked to Shay about doing it in the same room on one computer. Like as if she's recording me or something.
You could, but you're going to lose a lot of the fun of this, of the piece, a lot of the movement, a lot of the, like, watching her leave the room and come back. Like, even though you're in the same space, it's possible to do a camera. It is. But if that's the case, you've got to really captivate us. And try both. We'll give it a shot. You've got to captivate our attention. Like, captivate it. And really plan out movement specifically towards camera, away from camera, wherever you set it up. Okay? This is exciting, guys. I can't wait to see you do proof. This is so cool. So cool.
Thank you.
All right. Good work.
Thank you. Thank you.
We got Emily and Scotty coming in next. Emily?
Yes, we sure do.
And Scotty. Emily and Scotty. Yeah, there's Scotty. What's up, dog?
What's up, Brad?
What's up,
Yo, what's up with cutting me off when I'm trying to
I know. Like, come on, man.
What was that?
Shay?
That was totally me, and that was before I decided to have a conversation about what my husband and I were gonna have for dinner.
I was
gonna say, I mean, if you're allowed to talk about what you're having for dinner, and Brian and I can't talk about a blender.
I know. No. Hurtful.
I know, guys. You know what? I'm only human.
Fair.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
That was beautiful.
That was a good note.
That was a good note.
Shay's a phenomenal singer. Okay. All right. So we got everything planned out, blocking all that jazz?
I think so.
Okay, great. I'm going to give you a little applause, and you can start anytime after that, okay?
Perfect. You ready, Em?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm absolutely ready.
Abso-freaking-lutely. Let's do it.
No, you look good. Yeah.
It's really good to see you.
Yeah, it's really good to see you too. I wasn't expecting you to answer.
Why are you surprised? I told you I would answer.
I know. Just, with everything going on, I just figured,
I understand. I mean, it is weird. you know. But it'll be good to get closure for both sides.
Wait, what?
What do you mean? What?
Nothing.
No. No, what? What did you think this talk was going to be about?
I thought we were going to try to work things out, you know, try again.
Try what out? You think we were going to try this again? Were you even awake during our last conversation?
I thought we moved past it.
Moved past it? You mean moved past the entire last year? You cannot be serious.
Okay, look, I know things have been a little rocky and unstable at times, but I've moved past that. I mean, I've grown. I don't hold on to things like you do.
Oh, I am well aware of how speedy you are at moving on. No clarification needed.
I mean, how many times do I have to apologize to you? I mean, how long are you going to hold this over me?
You're not understanding this, are you? We are never, under any circumstances, doing this again. You threw that away when you did what you did.
But I'm not that person anymore. You know, I've grown. I've changed. I actually know what I want in life.
We literally had this conversation a week ago. I
know.
thought we were on the same page.
I know, but I've changed since then. And I really want you to reconsider.
I'm going to stop you right there before, at the slight case that you're going to spew any more bullshit out of your mouth. We don't even know what we're doing. How can I trust you?
I'm asking you to trust me now. I mean, are you ready? Let's give it one more shot.
One more shot.
And scene.
No! What are you doing, Emily? Just kidding.
I know. I'm an idiot.
Your character is. No.
I know.
Walk me through just 15-second synopsis or so of what you guys decided.
We kind of decided that it was a very toxic relationship. Obviously, Scotty is a cheater, or he does some stupid stuff in the relationship, and he's just very manipulative, and I'm very like clung to him, so I just like fall back to him always and like fall for his advice. So that's what we decided.
Okay, great. So, speaking into that for each moment, we'll start from the top. Okay, Scotty, in the beginning, what's happening?
We kind of wanted it. We wanted to play around with it a little bit, almost as if I've been trying to get in contact with her for a while and like been trying to like the last couple of days, but you know, I'm the kind of guy who now I'm just kind of like, how we kind of set it up is I'm just getting done cheating or not cheating because we're not really like together, I guess you would say. But I'm with another girl or somebody else who's in the room, and I just kind of called her just out of the blue. I was like, well, you know, kind of maybe she'll answer this time, but probably not. And so that was the whole like, oh, she actually answered now. Like, the hell out of here. Like, don't talk. Like, Tiffany, shut up. Like, you know, kind of thing. So like,
okay.
That was where we started with it. We didn't know if it was right. We're not attached to it, but we kind of like also thought about later on when we get back together in class, how we're going to like move on from that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. I actually like the choice of somebody having just left your place, Scotty. Mm-hmm. So what I didn't like is it just felt very fake. It felt very like, see ya, peace, bye. Oh my gosh, hey! Like, that's just exaggerated in that way. So honestly, you don't need to overplay the fact that you weren't expecting her to respond. Okay. So the truth is, like, probably this guy, if he just got done hooking up, like, he doesn't need to hook up again right now.
Yeah.
Right? He really doesn't. So this is where we really dive into the why of each character, and everybody should be doing this for their scene. Why would that happen? Like, why would he make that call? What's the purpose behind it?
Gotcha.
I'm asking.
Oh, asking. I don't know. Maybe because I'm just like, maybe she's actually somebody that I like, and I'm trying to like, I don't know. Because I kind of thought about this when I broke it down. I was like, maybe I'm trying to like fill my mind with another person, but I'm really actually focused on her.
Yes.
And since now that I finished my act with this person over here, it's kind of like, well, I don't know. It's like that. Maybe I don't know. I think you know how I'm trying to explain it, and I know what I'm trying to say, but I don't know how to say it.
I get it. I get it. So I think and there's a couple ways to play it, but I think he really does care about her.
Mm-hmm.
I think he really did mess up, and I think he really does hope it kind of will work out. He's not willing to just right now just like do nothing. And he may end up coming back and being a cheater again. That may end up happening, possibly. But I have a feeling that he kind of fell for this girl. And he'll probably make a mistake again, probably. But there's something about her that he, even if it's this, so you can go with the decision that he just wants her in his life. So he wants to hold on to that thing. Because he knows he can get any girl, but there's something special about her. So he wants to have her. There's that idea. Then there's also the idea of you actually just really do love her, and you're just like this kind of guy who's in this dark place and doesn't know how to do that and how to be that way. So yeah, you just had this girl leave your apartment. You never thought in a million years she would answer the phone, ever.
Mm-hmm.
And so you look at that and go, okay, now that she has, like, instead of that big bug, it's like, oh, like, it's an exciting thing in a sense of this moment of like, you answered, like, this is my shot. This is my chance to make something happen. And then you fight through, and the guy's a jerk, but we don't need to overplay his jerkness, you know?
Okay.
We don't need to overplay him being that way. If you just are the way you are, she brings up cheating and these things, we'll be able to see you in that way. You don't have to like play it like, yeah, you know what I mean, girl? Like, hey, like, we don't have to play that. I think we'll see it in the way that you see her, in the way that like you just are. Okay?
Okay.
So, good. So now moving into next week for the both of you, I want her to decide if she makes that decision and go back, she's got to know why. So you've got to have the same deal. Like, because no one's an idiot. No one's just an idiot.
No one's an idiot.
People just make bad decisions. People just make bad decisions. I've made more than I can count.
Same.
I've ended up with the wrong girl.
Same.
Am I an idiot?
Same.
No. Did
No.
I make a bad move? Yeah, I did. I did. But that's part of somebody's story that you get to tell right now. And so, Emily, I need you to figure out what that is. I need you to go through and go, what is the why? What is drawing you back to him? And why do you end up giving in? Okay? So discover some of those things from a character point of view. And then I think when you do that, you're going to find more reasons to move. Because I want you to use the angles more. We use them a little bit, but you can use them 10 times more.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Any questions?
Heard that. Not that I can think of. No.
Sweet. You guys did great work on this. I love the situation. I can't wait to see it next week.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yay. Thank you, Brian.
Thank you. All right. Next up, we're bringing in Amanda and Jack. I don't know why I make that sound. Okay.
Hey.
Jack, my man, dude. How's it good to see you.
Dude? Great to see you.
I friggin' love your face, dude. I said I friggin' love your face.
Oh, back at you, man. I love that face. I want to grab onto that beard, man.
I want to grab that hair.
All that, dude.
For those who don't know, Jack and I go way back to throwing the ball in the parking lot to learn memorization for lines in college. Like, it's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dog.
I still know those words still haunt me. I say them in my sleep. People who sleep in the same room say I still say those lines.
That's the goal, dude. That's the goal. You'd never forget it if you do it right. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. I can't wait to see this, guys. So you can start whenever you're ready, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So, what do you think?
I think it's great. Really, really great.
Seriously, what do you really think? I want your honest opinion.
Honestly, I don't even know what I'm looking at.
It's not something that you're supposed to look at. It's something that you...
What?
Come on. You know, it's something that you...
I'm lost. I don't even know what's going on here.
You know you got a lot of nerve.
No. I'm sorry. I really am. I don't want to disrespect you. I just want you to tell me what I'm supposed to say or do or feel or whatever.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. You never listen to me.
No, I'm here. I'm listening. Let's try again.
Okay. Look at it. Not too hard. Focus in on one part and just, you know.
No, I don't.
You're not even pretending to try.
Okay, I'm not doing this anymore. I don't know how to.
You should just go.
You go. I'm not going.
Okay. Can we just try this one more time? Please? I promise. I'll stay out of it.
Fine. Just give me a minute to, you know.
Okay. Do you see it?
I sure do.
And scene.
Hey.
Woo!
All right, give me a 15-second-ish synopsis of what you decided.
We decided that I just had a haircut. I just did a haircut for myself during quarantine, and I feel kind of insecure about it, but he didn't really get it.
Yeah, we're like a 2-year in couple, and we're like living together, and I'm at our pad in like Seattle, and she's home with her folks quarantining. So basically I'm just kind of caught up in the quarantine malaise, and she calls me all excited about having done her haircut. That's it.
I love it. Love it. Okay. Such a great choice. So Amanda, you'll want to adjust your hair somehow because it looks too good. You look too good.
Yeah.
Right? So if that's the situation, you can figure out like get a like I don't know, scrunchie, whatever those are, and like adjust it back or whatever so that it and something that's not like crazy obvious, like really bad or whatever, but is something that if your boyfriend was paying attention, they would notice.
Okay.
Right? They would notice that this is the case. And the fact that he doesn't upsets you. And it could also go the other direction of like, you know, that you did something very different and he doesn't notice.
Yeah.
Either way. Like, and then all of a sudden he's in deep trouble because he didn't realize his own girlfriend did something huge with her look that he missed out on. So, Jack, I love your naive character here. The way that you've sort of played him plays well into your eyes and your energy. You kind of played this like, yeah, well, I'm trying, man. I'm trying my best. And I think it really fits. I think this is going to get some great comedy out of this. So when you move, Jack, there was a couple times you want to be really careful when holding it to get where you want to get, sort of, or just when you guys rehearse, be aware of the sounds that the phone makes when you move it.
Okay.
So sometimes it'd be like a, and that's fine. That's going to happen. Don't speak over it. So
I see.
That's for everybody. Let that happen. Let that sound happen. Then go find where you sort of are. I loved you guys clearly added the blocking. You tested some stuff out. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed those moments, and I enjoyed you walking out, Amanda. And so the thing that's missing now is we need to get quicker on the jump in betweens.
Okay.
We need to find the whys. And if there's not a jump in, if she's not jumping in, we can't get stuck staring. So one of them's a ... Give me one of the ... lines.
It's like, it's something that you ... It's not something you're supposed to see. It's something that you ...
It's something that you... So then she cuts you off?
No, she's like she's leading me, but I'm not picking up.
Right. So there, I mean, he should be continuing to think of, fudge, what's the right answer here? Like,
okay.
I know this is one of those situations where you're either going to get in a massive fight right now because you've messed up, or you guess right and you win. So it's like it's like you're, it's, and like I have to watch you processing, coming up with ideas. Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Sure.
Shay.
Yeah.
Brian, can I add something to that?
Yeah, go ahead.
So when I originally had written this scene, I had put that in there to express space work. So it's a suggestion. You don't have to do it. This is your guys' own, but feel free to. It's one of those things where it's like, you're feeling like, like it's space work that nobody is gonna understand. Does that make sense? So you're doing this thing, whether you flip your hair or you're like, I want you to be able to feel free to use your space and use your body during that. So essentially I stuck that in there to allow for the actor to create something that would serve as a line to them without using dialogue. I like to call those silent lines. Does that make sense? So whether or not you use your hands or you run around or you create this own feeling that you think that she is going to understand, or vice versa.
Totally.
And she doesn't get it. And you're trying so hard to think that she's going to understand, and she doesn't. And that's what's so great about this. So I just want you guys to feel open to putting those physicalities in there, to just open yourself up to use your space more. That was my original idea with it. So wherever you decide to take that, run for it. But you guys are killing it.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Awesome, guys. Great job. That's great.
Thanks.
Take it, apply it. Can't wait to see you next week.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You're welcome. All right, next up here, we got Eliana and Alicia.
Use your space more.
So for everybody, we're running a teeny bit behind, so we'll go a little bit over. Apologize for that, but I want to make sure we get through all these, and then we'll connect back together here at the end. All right, you guys ready? Alicia, can you turn yours? Because you're sideways. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. You're like a whole different person. Both of you. It's awesome. Okay, whenever you're ready.
Where are we going?
You know where we're going.
Are we there yet?
What do you think the answer to that question is?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
Are you mad at me or something?
I just want to get this over with.
I don't get what you're so worked up about. It's not like it's the first time.
It is for you.
Yeah, so why are you acting like this?
I'm not acting like anything. I'm not acting like anything. I'm just trying to look after you.
I'm telling you I'm going to be fine.
You don't know a damn thing.
I know enough to know that I can take care of myself.
It's not what you think it is. It's a completely different world.
I'm not you, you know.
A blessing and a curse.
What kind of answer is that?
An honest one.
How
far are we now?
Not far.
Is it too late?
I can't tell you that. You should have thought about that before.
What's going to happen to me?
I can't answer that either. See?
All right. 15-second wrap up. Tell me what you did.
So we were thinking like, because this scene, it sounds like it's in like a car or something, or in the same space. So we decided to do like a video game, because that's something where they could be in different spaces but still talking about like going somewhere.
Love it. Love the choice. So tell me about the relationship. Tell me what's happening.
I kind of felt like the beginning and the end of the conversation was like this double entendre of like these two friends who maybe something had happened prior to this conversation. Like the one friend, you know, wants a relationship with some other guy that the other friend, you know, knows better and knows like that's not a good idea. And the whole navigational type questions are more like, I know you're mad at me and what's going to happen to our relationship. Then it can be interpreted that way instead of what they're doing in the video game.
Okay, I love that. Love that. Do we know what that is specifically?
You'd like the
thing underneath, yeah.
Like what I'm mad about?
Yeah.
I was thinking like maybe someone that I liked in the past that I had a relationship with, and now like they're older or at a new school or something, and her friend now wants to be with him or something.
Okay, cool. So does she know that?
Who?
Does Alicia know that you're upset about that?
I think she feels that I could be upset about that, and that's why she's asking those questions, but she's scared to have that like confrontational.
You agree, Alicia?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
like
that she's like sort of getting there, but she doesn't want to say it outright because she doesn't want to like admit that she's wrong.
Totally. So I need to watch you notice and know what's happening. So you can know now, Alicia, and decide not to say something. It's a great reason to go down to the game for a second. Great reason to whatever, to have movement. And then movement comes because you don't want whatever secret to get out. You don't want her to have to answer her. Now there's a reason. I would personally find space to and really know what the situation is. Figure that out. Your blocking was really good. I liked the movement you guys were starting to create. Eliana, I think there could be more of it for you. Okay? And here's how that happens. It's the pause button. So I would select some kind of game where you guys are just playing with each other, just the two of you, and you can pause it at moments. So then all of a sudden you still got the controller, you still got all this, you can go back to the game at any time. You guys can strategically figure out when the best moments for that would be. You don't have to say, pausing. Like if I'm going to go grab something from the kitchen while Joey and I are playing a video game, I'm not like, would you mind if we pause real quick? Like I just hit the pause button and I'm going to go do that thing. So there may be a couple moments throughout this where you could do that, Eliana, and it would give you an opportunity to get closer to camera, and same with you, Alicia. Because I know both of you were trying to really play the game, right? Which is important, super important. So go figure out where you can go back and forth between the two so we can still get this shot. Because there's some great moments in your eyes, especially in the most important things, where we could find a moment to sort of connect in that way. And that's just a suggestion, but try and find ways that make sense to get closer like this. Okay? Good. Especially in the beginning, Alicia, I loved your movement choices before we got started. So, cool. When you watch back, look at some of those. That's what's missing right now, and I need you to get into the depth. You and her should both really describe it out. What is that thing? Why would it be such a big deal? How would it affect each person in their life? All of that, okay? Cool. Good work, girls. I love it. Love the choice. Woo! All right, we're bringing in our next two. Let's see. Saya and Ian, we're moving over to our final two masterclass scenes, and then we'll have Phoebe and BB after that.
No, we are not.
We're
we
not?
are bringing in...
Did I skip one? Oh, yeah, Olivia and Jemima.
Jemima and Olivia.
Cool. I went down one. You're right, Shay.
You know, just me trying to be the best, Bri.
Shay, you are. 100%.
Yay.
Yeah. All right, girls, you can start whenever you're ready.
Okay. Thank you so much for coming.
Of course. Wouldn't have missed it for the world.
It really means a lot to have you here.
Really, it's no problem.
Have you been here before?
I have, several times.
Oh.
It's been a while, though. I typically like to stay as far away as possible.
We really should talk.
No need.
I don't think that's your call to make. There are two sides to the story, you know.
Maybe in your story there is.
Are we seriously not going to confront this?
There's a time and place for everything. This is not the time nor the place.
Well, I'm sorry for everything.
I moved on. You should too.
I brought you into this, remember?
You did. And I'll always remember you for it.
It's your turn.
My turn to what?
You know.
Oh no. That's not gonna happen. Ever.
I'm trying to connect with you here. I'm trying to start over and give this a chance.
You're not understanding this, are you? We are never, under any circumstance, going to understand each other. You threw away any chance of that ever happening when you did what you did.
I'd like to go back to the way things once were.
There is no we in this situation. There is you and there is me. You obliterated any we that once was. That's it.
You won't even listen to me. It's like you don't even hear me.
Thank God for that. Scene.
Hey. All right, give me 15 or so seconds of wrap up. What did you decide?
So we decided that these two were old friends that got into some illegal activity that went bad, and now they're revisiting each other. And my character wants to reapproach the situation, and Jemima's character doesn't really. And then it kind of culminates into like this blowout.
Okay, and what is the event that she showed up to, or you showed up? What is that? Like just over the phone, like you answered? Like what was the intention behind that?
They both traveled like to the same town to meet up eventually, but they're meeting over Skype right now because the pandemic happened.
Of course. Okay, great. Love that. Love that choice. All right, so now building on this, Jemima, good movement, like coming in and out of screen, and some of the things you added were great, okay? Built right off of the lesson, again, we gave last week. Olivia, great example for the whole class on the fact that movement speaks, silence speaks, okay? So you had me captivated on what you were going to say by just not talking right away, by just sitting there and sitting in the awkwardness, sitting in the tension, and then speaking on it. And did you like looking wise, costume wise? Did you think through her, Olivia?
Like my character?
Yeah.
Yeah. I tried to anyway.
Yeah, you picked the way your hair is and everything, or just tell me about that real quick.
I don't know. I kind of pictured my character being like the anxious, nervous wreck mom type of look.
Okay.
But she cares about her femininity.
So did you prepare that today, or you're just sort of thinking on that right now?
It's a combination of both.
Okay. Well, here's why I asked, because I saw a difference. You looked different to me. Your energy was different to me. And so I don't know if it was all clothing or if it was thought life, but you weren't Olivia. You weren't the one that I know who's all smiley and just has a certain energy about her. There was a darkness to you that isn't associated with you as a person. So that's why I asked, because if that was the case, I want everyone to see that and notice that. So when you find that character sitting in that character's just zone, it's interesting to watch. Like, we don't have to move line to line to line to line, because if you're really being her in that moment and you're clearly not you, you're somebody else, it pulls our attention on its own. Like, we don't have to work at it, you know? And I felt that. When you watch the beginning, you will too, okay? So now as we start building this into next week, I want us to hyper listen to each other and just keep building. Olivia, I want you to find reason to get up. So you didn't get up till the very end. Figure out some sort of purpose for movement. Figure out a reason to go someplace. Jemima, with the phone call and like, what did you have prop wise in your? Didn't you grab something or?
Yeah, I was just like writing and like looking at something.
Okay, so hers is a great example of that, and so I could build on certain things. You may be able to find some more moments. We may be introducing some more angles for you guys. But this was a great example of taking what we had last week and using it, specifically on your end there, Jemima, with the props that you added in there and the character you did, Olivia. So I want everyone to watch and sort of learn from that. So keep building on that, keep making discoveries this week, but now dive deep into that character work. Dive deep into that listening. This scene needs, I know it's somber. It's like there's a to it that kind of weighs you down, but it weighed me down too much and it wasn't fast enough. So now we've got to figure out together, how do we speed this thing up, keeping it truthful, keeping it emotional. There'll be moments where it slows down, but without staying in that same like depressed zone. Okay? And when you watch it back, you'll see exactly what I mean. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Good work, girls. Very impressed.
Thank you.
Woo! Okay. Now we move to Cyanide. Now it is truth. Now I'm not lying. Just wanted to state that, Shay. I'm not a liar at this point.
You are not a liar.
Okay, guys. Whenever you're ready.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
Snorting butane again?
Out of gas.
Am I very late?
No, not there.
Trying to find a cab on Sunday is like trying to find a rabbi in Wyoming.
So how are you? How have you been?
Can't complain.
Okay, good. I'm gonna stop you there for a second. Ian's head's down. What? Okay, why do you think? Why do you think, Ian?
Unnecessary movement? I don't.
No, movement's great. I love the blocking you guys have come up with. So here's the deal. As far as like last week, you clearly took Matt's ideas and built on them. I love that. Okay. So because of that, you've earned. Let me just go into acting here. Let me just jump into that. And so, Ian, your laugh was fake.
Nah, no.
Right? See, that's a laugh. That's what I'm talking about. Like,
to be cool, and then
right?
It was supposed to be awkward.
Of course it's awkward, but it was a fake awkward. It was like I know I need to be awkward now, so.
It's awkward, of course.
So you have to actually. Comes down to thought life. Okay, Ian, you need to do a lot of work on his thought life. What is he thinking that is going to put him in this place where it would be uncomfortable? And it's got to be everything based on Saya. So Saya, start moving around the room. I'll throw some thoughts at you, okay? I'll throw some thoughts at you. Oh, shit. Okay, well, that's clean. Damn, her place looks really... She is looking so good. Fuck. Probably shouldn't have put that stupid... I look like shit. It's fine. It's cool. Don't worry about it. It's totally cool. Totally fine. All right.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
Okay.
Snorting butane again?
Oh, fuck. Yep. Still doing the same stuff.
Out of gas.
Am I very late?
No, not very.
Good. And so even like you look at that thought life, no, right? Not very, meaning she is late.
Yeah.
But I don't care because I'm just glad you're here. No. Then you got to be honest with it. I mean, not very. 2 different lines. Thought life. So go from no. Think. You can't say the no until you've thought about the no. Because here's the deal, Ian, there's a lot of answers to that. One is, yeah, you are. Another is, yeah, no big deal.
Yeah.
He says no. Which is just not true. So then he realizes, fuck, I just lied. I mean, technically, yeah, but no big deal.
Yeah.
He's the guy who's like trying to like hit on the girl and says the wrong things. You know what I'm saying? So you have to see her that way. You have to see this as like almost, and I know it's not, but like think of it this way. First time you really like this girl, what am I going to say? You have to fall in love with Saya right now in this moment. Okay? Seriously, I have to see the love that I have to see like that like you're bumbling to find the right thing to say because you care so much.
Yeah.
So don't speak, and you're literally not allowed. Don't speak, don't laugh, don't do shit until you have thought it through and it's coming from the feeling. Okay? Let's start again.
Okay. From the beginning?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to keep it.
Hi. Hi.
Oh, hi.
Running butane again?
Out of gas.
trying to find a cab on Sundays, like trying to find a rabbi in Wyoming.
So how are you? Have you been?
Good. You feel the difference, Ian?
Yeah.
And that first one here, you friggin' both of you there had our attention. Okay, like if we were in the classroom right now, like we're gonna be in June, I would literally make everyone raise their hand and show you how much you pulled our attention that time. That's real thought. So the whole piece, Ian, has to feel that way.
Yeah.
So it started to not feel that way for a second when you went for the phone to fix it, because that was rehearsed and it wasn't right. It wasn't right in that moment. You guys found a really cool moment where she caught you. You got caught and you're like, this is not how I wanted you to see me in our first moment. It made sense that you kept checking the camera. Then you thought you were free to do this thing that you don't want anyone to see. She sees it and it's like, fuck. I'm not going to show you that, but we see it in your eyes. So good. So now the whole scene, when you watch this back, has to be that level of patience, that level of truth. And the moment you just do it because you need to do it, we're out.
Yeah.
I'm out because it's not real anymore. And that's the hardest part about the actor, is the hardest job is you have to keep us in that moment, because we found it there through coaching, through every moment of this 10-page scene. Right? So then Saya, adding to yours, same thing with your block. I love the blocking and love going over there with the coat. So I'll close on this. You are strategically taking your coat off. Strategically. So you're listening, right? Rabbi in Wyoming, that's a sexy thing that you're doing to show off your body. Hey, hey, dude, I've been working out. I've been eating right. You look like shit, and I look awesome. So, like, she wouldn't just take the coat off and put it up as if you were just coming home. It's going to be sort of a slow, like, not purposeful because you don't want to get caught, but I want to see you, like, sort of showing off for him a little bit. Rubbing it in his face.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Perfect.
And there's so many moments in this script, Saya, where you get to do that. Through the lines, through the physicality, where you're just like, bah, shove it in his face, bah, shove it in his face. And then eventually he flips it on you, and that's where we end up at the other side of this piece.
Yes.
Okay, questions? I know we just worked the first few moments, but this is huge. If you can take that, Saya, and build every moment of physicality and every moment that you come back at him with a I'm better than you thing, and if you can take the thought life and make it really real, Ian, for real, this will be a whole new scene next week, I promise. But it's going to take a lot of work. And I know you guys will do it. Okay.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks,
Cool.
Brian.
You're welcome. Good job. All right, bringing in our last two. I'm seeing BB. And Phoebe disappeared. Shit. Oh, she's back. Awesome, girls. All right, whenever you're ready.
Surprise! You'd like some fresh linens.
Wow. Thank you.
Yep. And I bleached them. Look at that. Completely white.
That's amazing. So, anything going on?
Nope.
So who knows?
Who?
Lee, come on. It's me.
Okay.
I've got you. It's not too late to fix this. I'm sure you told Jimmy, but has it gotten back to Davis yet? Come on. It's fine. Just tell me what you're saying and we can come up with a plan.
Thank you for your concern, Grace, but You're making me a little uncomfortable with the way you're. I just don't think it's any of your business right now.
Lee, baby, the words you're using, there are incredible ramifications for this. I know you know that.
I do know that. Thank you.
So let's do what's right here, okay?
Wow.
Don't do that to me.
I'm not really worried about you right now.
You're making a mess.
Is that what I'm doing?
You're playing with fire.
I couldn't walk.
When?
We got home and I couldn't walk.
You were drunk.
Okay.
Lee, don't do this. If you want to sleep around, that's your deal. I praise you for the courage. You want to start throwing around accusations, though, and I will raise my hand with questions.
Look, I don't need you to get all pre-law student on me.
Well, Lee, how am I supposed to react? Your sister is in the apartment blabbing on about rape. So tell me what is going on.
What do you want to know?
What happened at the party?
You tell me. It sounds like you have a pretty good idea.
I have an inkling, yes.
You think I made it up?
You're pretending that you didn't?
You know what? I think we're done here.
You can't just ignore this, Lee. You can't just say it's done.
Well, you and me, Grace, we're absolutely done.
Oh, you're going to throw me out?
I would love for you to be my friend, but it seems you are unable to give me that.
That's not how it looks to me.
Really? And who the fuck are you?
I'll tell you who I'm not. An enabler.
So you came down here to help me with my lie. Is that it?
Okay, good. I want to stop there. So, good job, girls. What's your thing? Hey. So, what do we change?
Rolls.
Roles. Okay, I thought so. I was like watching. I'm like, wait, like right in the first 2 seconds, I was like, they switched roles. I'm pretty dang sure. Okay, cool. So
that's not even what I was gonna say.
Okay, so what were you gonna say, Phoebe?
Well, I was just gonna say we worked more with the like the angles, obviously, and like we were talking about how we've been doing a good job of toggling between the wide and the close-up shots. So I think the main difference was working with the high and the low angles for us. I don't know.
Yeah, no, actually the angles, great. Love that. You totally took Matt's lesson. There were some great moments in there. Always room for more. We'll look into some of those, but I want to just attack some of the acting right now. So first off, when it comes to the angle, Phoebe, when you're looking at the camera, were you purposefully not looking at the camera itself?
I was looking at BB's face.
Okay, so I want you to test looking more at the camera and sort of seeing her. It's a challenge. It's a challenge, but if you can get really good at it, there's a power to it that you can actually just simply reverse if you're on set. Being able to zone in on a person while there's a billion things going on around you will be powerful for you. So as I teach you guys, as Matt teaches you guys, we're looking into a camera here that's going live. You're right behind it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm catching it, and there's a moment or two where I'll like look over and see BB or look over and see you. But for the most part, when I'm delivering something, it's right here. And so if you're really listening, that could be a moment where you're just looking at her. But especially deliveries, when you're speaking to her, you want to make sure she's getting what you're saying, and you can do that directly into the lens. And it's more attractive as an angle. It's more connectable. Like when we watch it, like if you watch me teach, right now I'm looking in this main camera, right? For live. However, if I do this, do you feel the difference?
Yeah, yeah.
Both are connected, both are great, but this one is directly at you. So I might be listening to you for a second, and then it's like, no, I don't think you get it. Like, and then you feel that change between me in that moment. So I think that's going to add so much to the scene. And then BB's going to be able to see it. And if you watch, she was doing that at certain moments.
Okay, yeah.
So when you both are doing it back and forth, it's going to speed up the scene a little bit in a good way. Okay? And then going back to the two characters, I like the switch. I like it a lot. Did Matt do that last week?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We did.
Cool. So just to close it, I want to work the first moment here, and then I'll bring everybody back, and we'll finish up there.
Okay.
Let me get my laundry.
Nice.
Here, I'll turn.
Surprise! Thought you'd like some fresh linens.
Wow. Thank you.
Yeah. And I bleached them. Look at that. Completely white.
That's amazing.
Good. Do you actually care, Phoebe?
No.
No. So you care too much right now.
Okay.
Right? This is not what you want to talk about. This is not why you called. And you know that she's doing this to try and evade the real conversation.
Okay.
So however you would manifest that, whether that's through doing something or through just like really trying to like focus in, I want to see that in those lines, that in your eyes, in your thought life, like, I don't give a shit about your sheets.
Okay.
Okay. Start again.
Surprise! Thought you'd like some fresh linens.
Wow. Thank you.
Yeah.
So see what that does already? Like, I couldn't help but laugh. Yep. Like, because Bibi, you know what's happening. You're like, that didn't work. Okay, well, let me see what I can do. Okay, good. Take it from yep.
Yeah. And I bleached them. Look at that. Completely white.
That's amazing. So, anything going on?
Nope.
Good. Right at camera. Do that again, Phoebe.
So, anything going on?
Nope.
So who knows?
Who?
Wait, come on. It's me.
Okay.
I've got you. It's not too late to fix this. I'm sure you told Jimmy, but has it gotten back to Davis yet? Come on. It's fine. Just tell me what you're saying and we can come up with a plan.
Good. Come on is a change of beat. You feel that? So that's her like, she doesn't answer. You have to see her not answering. You have to see her decide, oh, I'm not going to answer. And then you, come on, let's do this. I'm here. Right? And I think part of the fact that she gets so triggered, obviously, is all the other stuff that's underneath this, the feelings and everything else. But it's like, you do come in here, like, willing to listen and willing to do stuff, and she's just shutting down again. And it's like, okay, well, you want to play that game? Let's play that game.
Okay, yeah.
Right? Cool. So as you watch back, I want you to look for those moments, but that's what it is, guys. Like, and I'm working a lot of the very beginning pieces here of the scenes tonight, because if you can grasp this main concept and continue it throughout, you'll look and you'll feel that first moment. It was right on. Like, you had us. And Bibi's like, yep. Like, and I don't want you to just make that voice every time, but you were so honest with the timing, so patient. Your thought life was so there that you had us. And then what happens is, then we lose it. So the reason is, as you're rehearsing, you need to stop and go through every moment the way that I stop you here, through every line that doesn't feel fire like that does. For every line that doesn't feel like she really hit me, I hit her, or she didn't get hit when I wanted to hit her. Like, those are the moments where you go, stop. Bibi, this was a weird moment here. I feel like maybe would you be willing to try blank? She's like, sure. You try it, and you're like, oh, that didn't really work. Here's what I feel like is out. And you test some things, and then you find it, and you're like, yes, I found the why. And then it'll change every time. Your voice will change every time. Again, it won't be that same, but like, it will change. It will change because we understand the why behind it, and the why behind that beginning we found is the fact that you are like that's not what you want to talk about. It's so clear that it's awkward. So if we don't create awkward, then the comedy doesn't hit. And it is funny. That moment is funny because we've all experienced something like it within a fight. Somebody tries to say something and we're like, no way. Like, you are not deflecting this right now. Don't tell me about your sheets. Okay? Do you understand what I want you to do now going into next week?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Cannot wait to see it. Work
Yeah.
like crazy. Okay. All right, Shay, let's bring everybody back in. Okay. That was for you guys. Seriously, great work, everybody. Great work. Everybody took the angles that Matt gave. We may be adding some more to you next week. We may not. But what I do know is you guys did the work this week. Everybody got together. Everybody rehearsed. It was clear that we took what was given to us last week and explored. Well, now you have a whole new thing. You got to continue to keep exploring angles. And now we want to add whatever happened in your scene. So sometimes I'll go and we'll stop. And we'll go, all right, let me stop right here. Let me work this moment for you so that you understand what's necessary for this entire piece. And it might shift in the emotion that it is, but the idea of the thought life, the idea of making sure that we don't speak until it's right, it translates to every scene all throughout. So if you go back and watch the other scenes, I know we already did, and take notes and look at it, especially yours, go back. You have to watch your own takes. If you don't like watching your own stuff, get over it. Get over it. You don't live in a place where I think it's smart for you not to, because even if you don't like seeing your stuff, it's the best way to grow, because you see you. You see when you moved awkwardly. You see when you thought and when you did like a fake look out. Like, I can describe it to you, but then when you see it, it's like, oh, I get it, right? So everyone should be doing that every week. Work like crazy, rehearse like crazy this week, and I'm very proud of the work everyone brought in. So the general thing is continue to bring those angles, and now that we've done that, we've earned building the thought life for all of our scenes. Building the truth. For the ambiguous ones, everybody had great ideas, so now we get to see those come into truth. We get to see you cultivate these characters and figure them out. Your point is we have these scenes that Shay wrote that are ambiguous. Ambiguous meaning open, meaning you are the artist. You get to take this and create art out of it and explore. And for everybody in masterclass, you take this moment and now whatever your thing was, you apply it to the whole rest of the scene. And if there's a moment in the scene that doesn't have that, you work it until you get it this week. And then next week when you walk in and you've got that, I get to go, yes, here's the next thing. But if we don't, then we get 50% through and then we stop at that next spot and work that. Okay? Any quick questions before we end? Again, sorry for going over. Next week we'll make sure to just jump right in and get going right off the top. Yep. Okay, guys, great class. Super psyched. If for any reason you're going to miss, please let Shay know, let your partner know, so that we can make adjustments for you. But don't miss. Okay? That's the whole reason for this setup, you know? Like we said, Matt's in Flagstaff, right? That's the beauty of this. There's no excuses anymore. No excuses. Let's keep growing. It's clear. You watch back your masterclass footage for those in class, and you guys are growing like crazy. It's awesome. It's exciting to watch. You guys are being a gift to the people who are learning online. Thank you. And I'm super excited to see what we come up with for next week.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you, guys.
Brian.
Thank you, Brian.
Great class,
Bye,
everybody.
Brian. Brian.